And it is not that we become gods amongst men, but rather men amongst beasts. Men like Donald Trump and Rick Rynearson are just beasts. People of Norway are just beasts in slavery. I've spent a very vast amount of time and energy trying to understand people and the nature of this reality and this world, because it's so fucked up. And I'm lucky that I had a good upbringing. Otherwise, I would have lost my mind and soul a long time ago. But I made this video a while ago. I'm going to talk about some people first to set the stage. I'm not even going to mention his name because he just made a video of me that is just as stupid as any of the other videos that he's made. Calling me a liar for over a few words, like I'm expected to have a perfect fucking memory.
But you can put a number, do you think, to the actual list of targets that you killed, that you took out, or not?
Not really. It's the whole thing is kind of a convoluted list, I guess. I never really paid attention to numbers. I didn't care about numbers.
By the end, how many people do you think you'd killed?
I killed 13 directly with Hellfire missile strikes, and I was party to over 1,600 people being killed in actions directly related to what we participated in.
I killed 13 people with a total of 5 Hellfire missile shots.
In the 4 shots that I took, I killed 13 people.
I took 5 shots, which killed 13 individuals.
After my first 4 shots, I took 3 other shots that were unsuccessful.
And those types of memories are kind of burned into my brain. And but a lot of people that I know in the military, my former colleagues would be like, that happened so long ago, how come you still remember it?
I have a TBI. The fact that I remember this shit because it's ingrained upon my fucking soul seems to be a concept that this person doesn't understand. The fact that my soul and heart has been tormented doesn't seem to be a fact that any one of these motherfuckers seem to understand. And yet his dash cam on his fucking car is called Gnosis, as if he knows shit. My God. I can't tell you how disappointed I am in people. How I tried to make a video honoring and letting go of stuff in my heart, which I've actually believed that I've been very successful at. And this guy goes off, and I tried to honor him, including his mistakes and errors. And he goes off and is still a piece of shit. And I don't know why I keep doing this. That's actually one thing that, as soon as I said that, I realized the reason I keep doing it is because I hope that people can change and be better. Because that's what we're here to do. But this is a guy who doesn't believe in free will. So he believes in gnosis, but no free will. But when I was in the military, I ran off my mind because my heart and my instinct were going bonkers and haywire, telling me everything was wrong and shit was wrong. And I didn't have the courage enough to do anything other than sit there and bitch. I complained, but I still did wrong action. And essentially, that is sacrifice. They sacrificed my soul for their industrial war machine. And then they wonder why this shit comes back at them. Because there is such a thing as karma. And those of you who practice any sort of energy stuff, if you put negative energy out there or harmful energy out there, it's just going to come right back at you. Worse. 3 times 3. You know, the military comes along, beats the fuck out of me, takes the shit out of my pocket, and leaves me on the road to fucking die. And I believe that the military set me up and tried to kill me when I was in the military. And I hate this world so much. I hate the people in it. I hate the people that run it, because there's people that fucking lie, and they just sit there and stare, and they like, the lie burns the liar and the silent listener. And when I was being lied against by this asshole who was making these fucking videos, everyone told me to just stay back and be quiet and just ignore it. That's not how this shit works. You have to confront that. Why is it that only one person is standing up there accusing me of lying when I've been in front of the world and verified by many fucking other sources that I don't even know what else to do? I don't know what to do. This guy's desperate for attention, and I tried to give him positive attention, and then he just fucking slaps it back in my fucking face. It's like my son's mother. It's like nothing's ever good enough. It was the same in the military for my supervisor. Nothing was ever good enough. I was always a piece of fucking shit. It didn't matter how many hours I flew or whatever missions I did or what I did in the office. I was always degraded. And I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick of this world. I'm fucking sick of these people being so terrible to one another. And when someone comes up and stands up to them, they call the other person a bad guy. We have a president who is a piece of fucking shit, who's a racist, who leads a group of people who will, we'll go back to this MAGA fucking hat kid with the stupid smirk. Like, as an adult male who has seen all the fucking shit in this world, the only thing that I saw was a Native American man and a group of students who were mocking him, and this kid with this shit-eating grin face. I didn't know anything else. And then they're like, oh, face police. If you had any sort of measure of self-fucking respect, you would have criticized that kid himself for having that fucking look on his face. Instead, come here. Stop. That was just the dish washing machine. Lay down. It's really funny because this guy who made these videos hates the fact that I can do backflips. But before I was injured, I could do hundreds of backflips. And he's upset that I did one on video. But you know what? I can do backflips again. And even though I'm still in pain, I worked my way back. I want to be whole and healthy and healed. I'm going to try to push myself as far as I can and as hard as I can. And
see, the weird thing is, you say all this to me and you talk about the damage done to yourself. You have never been anywhere near a real battlefield. Admittedly, you were in Iraq for a few months, but you've never seen war from the point of view of an active battlefield. You've just been looking at video screens.
Yeah, but it still takes, the results of your actions, and it takes a psychological and spiritual toll.
Look, I'm trying to get better. The shit that I'm doing is not working, especially with my physical shit. Like, it's not working. I need help getting better. And I'm not sitting there trying to fucking sponge off the system.
Okay, back on track. Let's do a quick backflip here. Can you still do a backflip, by the way?
I can do a backflip.
Will you do a backflip for us? And then I want to talk about the press.
Okay, yes, I can do a backflip for you.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's incredible. Here, I'll move the dog tether. Now, back in high school, before Facebook and before Snapchat and before Instagram, Brandon here could do a backflip, and it was amazing. You actually had to be there in person to see it, though. You couldn't just videotape him doing a Snapchat, send it to all your friends. You actually had to go to the gym and watch him do a backflip. But now, with the advent of modern technology and live streaming YouTube, we are going to watch Brandon Bryant do a backflip before we talk about the press. Okay. See me? Yeah, you're good. Thank you. Awesome.
and they let our politicians take away what we earned. We killed for you. We have died and been maimed for you.
They could kill me if they want to, but when I go back home, I'm homeless. Like, I am a disabled homeless veteran. I have no income. I have nothing. They're not going to take away anything from me that I haven't already lost.
And the military, the government, who took my life from me, who tried to kill me, who destroyed my soul and everything that I believed, they will help me do it. It's as simple as that. And then when I do it, I'm going to go and I'm going to help veterans do it themselves and provide them a place, because the VA isn't there to help us. It's there to keep us in line, to make us miserable. Because if our people actually fucking cared about us, they would spare no expense to help heal us. It's just, but I'm not a victim. I have been wronged, but I'm not a victim. I think that's what people don't understand, is when I'm saying that I've been wronged, people are like, oh, you're playing the victim. And no, I've been fucking wronged. And people, these hedge psychology bullshit that people throw at you. Oh, your reaction is just a reflection of yourself. No, when fucking shit is wrong, you need to respond to it, because I understand that it's wrong. And I'm not sitting there putting a gun in your face telling you. I'm telling you by words. I'm telling you by looking you in the face, because it's a very real and stark thing of what we do in this world has fucking consequences. Beyond just the fucking physical. And if you can't understand that, then the universe will just fucking crush you and move on and throw you into the fires of disillusion, because you will not learn your lesson. But even the greatest sinner can become the greatest saint. I believe that too. And I think that's also why I've been prevented from killing myself, is because had I killed myself, I would be in an immense amount of torment, more than now. Actually, I'm not even really in torment. I'm just sad. I'm sad because it's like, I'm just a guy from fucking Montana, trying to do the right thing, trying to follow the teachings of my mother and my grandfather, and people are accusing me of lying and having a messianic complex. And it's like, okay, Christians are supposed to be like Christ.
We have so many people in our history. I'm not a unique person. Some people might say that I am, but we've had so many people in our history who have gotten to the point where they've had enough, and they do stand up for what they believe in. If we have these examples in our history, in our mythologies, Prometheus coming down from the mountain to give fire to the people, we have these stories, these myths, these inspirations in our history. How can we do any less?
I ended up meeting some people who were spiritualists, tattooists, and they designed a tattoo for me based off of Futhark, which is old Viking runes. And the bind rune on my hand represents protection and healing and guiding light. And I feel like that is what I want to give to the world. I guess what my entire intended purpose behind what I'm doing is to just get people aware and to get people to think. And what I would like people to do is to get them to understand what their interaction with the world really does mean. We might not be looking for a savior or a knight in shining armor to come save us, or maybe that is what we're looking for, but we have to also realize is that the only person that's going to save us is ourselves.
I've actually, if you want to really know the truth, I've sought indigenous medicine, plant medicine, with spiritually to heal, and I've had quite a bit of experiences that have brought me a measure of comfort in the fact that I know that what I'm doing is the right thing, even though I've gone through so much pain. But maybe I had to experience that pain in order to bring some sort of light and healing to the world.
And if you don't need a God, fine. I'm no problem to you. But if you need a God, I'm going to nose out that other God because it's a false God, and I'll nose that God out until you get the right concept in your mind.
Like, that's the idea of being a Christian, is little Christ. So why is it that when I try, I'm not a Christian myself, but I like Christ. I like Buddha. I like Lao Tzu. I like Confucius. I love Krishna. That's why I have no respect for any veterans or no, excuse me. Actually, I'm gonna finish that. I don't have any respect for veterans that have the experience and don't talk about it. But I also don't have any respect for people who don't have the experience and criticize those that do. There'll be starvation, torture, murder, and the authorities will do nothing. And these people will look around and they'll say, I've had a fucking enough. And they will be of all races, religions, creeds, sexual identities, and gender preferences, and they will be called the Rainbow Warriors. But I guess I get to be the prime witness. You know, people like me and Snowden and Julian and Reality Winner, we get to be the prime witnesses of this era. Which sucks. It really does suck. It's not a pleasant place to be. But I think what's worse is being someone who sees everything that's going on and doing nothing about it, or harming those that are trying to do anything about it. Those people are cursed for all eternity. I'm glad that I was taught wrestling so young. And even though I wasn't super into it when I was growing up, I got way into it when I was an adult. And it taught me good confrontation skills and how to put in that effort. Stop. There's nothing out there except for the cars passing by, dummy. I don't know really what else to do. I've spoken in front of millions of people, and it seems like no one's really doing anything. I've done everything that was in my power. I don't have money. I struggle. Fucking Norway. The United States is allowing Norway to steal $417 a month from my fucking paycheck to give it to a woman who makes 80 grand a year while I make less than 20. I didn't even expect to live this long. I should have just fucking killed myself when I had the chance. But instead, now I am racked with a greater responsibility than telling all you motherfuckers what the truth is about what's happening in the world. I have a son. But I'm not going to tolerate any bullshit anymore. And I know I'll never find a lover. I'll never have any more friends. My family will never come back to me. I've lost everything in this life. Everything that I once held of value has been taken from me. And if I am to conquer the world, I will do so with a stick. Because there's this phrase from Manly P. Hall that I really like. He says, "Man must live outwardly his inner convictions. The proof of his sufficiency is not that he conquers the world, but that the world doesn't conquer him. This is his initiation. And it is not that we become gods amongst men, but rather men amongst beasts." Men like Donald Trump and Rick Rynearson are just beasts. People of Norway are just beasts in slavery. Wrath isn't bad. Wrath at wrongdoers and the unrighteous and evil people, that's okay. And I'm going to say there are right reasons to kill people. There are completely right reasons to kill people, just like there are right reasons to fight. And it's the people that do the wrong things and harm others, that create these fake laws so that they can protect themselves while they continue destroying people's lives. And these people that are in charge of the government and everything, the corporations, they deserve to be publicly executed. And it's probably going to, unless they can turn themselves around and start giving and be beneficial, then it will be time for people to rise up and actually take them to the streets. And now we have video cameras and everything to watch this. These people should be lined up in front of the White House and with a sword, not a bullet, just one by one, have their throats slit. Because these people have made their life's blood off of the suffering of others. And according to every sacred scripture that I've ever read, and I've read all of them almost, then these are the types of people that are 100% okay to fucking slice off the tree of life and throw into the fires of disillusion, because it's like pruning a plant. And those are the people that should be removed. I don't see anything wrong with that. And people say that I'm crazy for thinking like that. Okay. I'm crazy for thinking that justice should be met. I'm crazy for thinking that we should live in a world of fairness. I'm crazy for thinking that the people who have destroyed people's lives, had people who want to have children and can't because of vaccines or things put inside. I'm not saying vaccines are bad, but I'm actually a pro-vax. But I know that there are some, not all of them are right, and some of these things are put into people and do fucking weird shit. We have, and that's what I guess I just wanted to address. I just don't know what else to do. If people don't fix themselves, then nature will do it for them and just wipe them out of existence. Yeah. Have a good Woden's Day.